This is November paper 2016. There is a class train company, company name, company code, train company name, train company code, and the number of journeys. Number of journey is keeping track of how much data you have in the journey history array. So the maximum size of journey history is 100,000, and it holds object of journey class. But maybe this array is not full. Maybe we have details of only 100 objects of journey. So number of journey will give you 100. So we will use this variable to run our loop. There is another array, there is another class journey, and in the journey class you have route code, delay, and the weather related Boolean variable. And this is the codes array, route name and route code. We are solving this last question, and in this last question you can see this is for HL student. It is based on ArrayList and linked list. How the programmer is able to use methods of ADT such as ArrayList or linked list. So ADT is abstract data type. Sorry. So ADT is an abstract data type where code for all essential operations, code for all essential operations of data structure is given. Data structure is given, and we are just calling them by providing different inputs through parameter. So now question is how programmer is able to use these methods. So because these methods are standard methods, these are pre-tested, pre-coded, and they have very meaningful names. So with the help of names only, for example, remove last. So it is quite clear. Remove last method is removing the last node from the data structure or linked list or array list. And for example, add first. So from their name, we can easily identify the working of this method. And sometimes if you want to add some item, we will just write add and then value. So by providing parameters, we can access these methods, and these methods will return the appropriate result. So by this way, programmer will be able to use these methods on the basis of their meaningful names, standard operation, which is already defined, and by passing appropriate parameters. And these methods will return the outcome. This is the answer. Suggest why the team might choose to use an instance of the linked list, not an array list. So let me tell you, linked list library class. Linked list is more flexible data structure. Why? Because in a primary memory RAM, whenever you are creating any node, let's say this is the node, it is not like this that node will occupy space in continuous manner. No, they will occupy space in a random fashion. If you have a space here, take a node here. So let's say the address of this node is 1AF. So, and this address is, let's say, 3AB. So this part of node is containing 3AB. This means it is pointing this. So in a random fashion, we can create a node in a linked list class. So it's a very appropriate, it is very memory efficient, because wherever we have a space, we are creating node. But in case of array list is nothing, just a dynamic array, This means you can add, you can delete elements at runtime. You can add as many elements as you want at runtime. But again, the main characteristic is same. It stores value. It stores values in continuous manner. So continuous manner means in a RAM, if you are creating array list will occupy space in a continuous manner. What if you have some other data here and you don't have space in a continuous fashion? So then in that case, your program might be crashed if you will not find enough space in a continuous manner. That's why programmers should choose linked list library class. it is very easy to add any data in a linked list because wherever we have space, we are just adding them. But if you are adding some data in an array list, again, it will take time to resize itself. But in linked list class, if you are adding something, you just need to, system will just need to adjust the pointers. Otherwise, uh, uh, the system is just updating the pointers of the next node and the previous node type thing, but in array list it need to resize it again. So that's why linked list is always a better solution than array list. Now let's come to this question. I'm telling you this question is important, where we are IB asked this question multiple times in different scenarios, where they are giving you some array, let's say 2, 6, 2, 3, 2, 6, right? Something like this. And then they will ask you, you have to copy the unique content. You have to copy the unique content into another array. For example, 2, 6, and 3. So this should be copied in your resultant array. So these type of questions are quite common in IB. So let's solve this question. There is an all codes array. So all codes is an array. In the all codes array, you have object of codes class. So code class is already given. Let's say this is C1 object, C2 object, C3 object. Otherwise, I'm just writing C1, C2, C3. Otherwise, these are not C1. These are actually address. So this is pointing some code. Or let me quickly check what we have in the codes class. We have the root name and root code, and both of are of type string. So code, root code. So this is root code. Let's say this is root code 1A, and this is root name XYZ. This is the object. Let's say root code 1B and the root name ABC. This is the root code. This root code, let's say again 1A, and the root name is, let's say, XYZ. So question is this: if all codes have some duplicate entries, the team has decided to copy to an array list object all unique entries of the all codes. Means you have to create one array list, and this array list should hold all codes of 0 here, all codes of 1 here, and this entry should not be 0, 1, 2. This entry should not be copied here because it contains some duplicate values. So how you can do this? You have to run one loop. This is my hint. You should run a loop to process all elements of all codes array. So we can write this for not just time. So we are solving this question. Quickly read it. Construct the method convert. This will carry out this process by inspecting the root code field. You should ensure that only unique objects are copied. So we are going to check things on the basis of root code. I'm writing this code here. For integer int I equal to 0, the first index value is 0. I is lesser than all codes dot length I plus plus. We are inside this, I'm creating one Boolean variable found, which is initially false. And I will change the value of found true if found is false in this case. But found become true here. So once found is true, I will not copy this particular object in my array list. Then I'm creating ArrayList object. Oh, no, I have to create ArrayList object at the beginning. So ArrayList, what this ArrayList will hold? Object of codes class. So this class name will go in the triangle bracket, and let's say unique. Unique is equal to new ArrayList quotes, then bracket start and close, semicolon. Then for j equal to 0, j is lesser than unique dot size. So you can see this time I'm not using length, I'm using size. Why? Because array list is an ADT, and size is a predefined method. It will tell you the size of the array list. Like whatever data you have in the array list, the size will return the number of elements of the array list. And then j plus plus. So basically I'm running this loop j to process each element of array list. And if the value of this, if this root code is already copied in the array list, I will not copy it. So I'm going to check if all codes of I dot get root name. So you can see what is all codes of I. This is all codes of I. All codes of 0. All codes of 0 is this place. And what is this place? It is an object of codes class. With the help of this object, I'm calling root name, but I can't directly write all codes I dot root name because root name is private. So if you want to access value of private variable, you will call the accessor method get root name. Get root name, then dot equals, because these are strings, so equals. Dot equals, now I'm going to check array. Unique. So if you want to fetch any value from the unique array is again containing object. So unique dot get j. So because array list is a ADT, and in this ADT, you have some method in your JATS, Java Examination Tool subset provided by IB. Get is a method, and it is used to fetch the value from any specific index. So I'm using unique.getj. But what it will fetch? It will fetch the object of the codes class. So getj, unique.getj, if you are writing unique.getj, so it is get 0, let's say. So it is fetching the first object which is inside the array list. With the help of this object, we will call the get root name. So get root name, bracket start and close. If these are equal, then what we will do? We will change the value of found. Found become true. And if your found is true, you should not copy it and you should break the loop. Once you are finding any duplicacy, you should break the loop. And then we are just breaking the loop and we are closing this for loop. So basically, like in summary, what is happening? For when your I is 0, you are running J loop entirely for every root code which is present in this array. You are running the array list. You are processing the all elements of array list, and you are checking, is this code already exist in the array list? If yes, you are changing the value found true, and found is true, it indicates you should not copy it. Then after doing this, from here, what we will write? We will write if your found is still false, you can write the same line like this way, if not found. Okay. So if something not found, if something is not found, if this root name not found, then what you will write? If something is not found, this means you should add this ith object into the array list. So how you can add things in an array list? You will just write unique dot add all codes of I. That's it. And then you will close the for loop. Means this for loop will be closed here. Then we will return I have to check whether we have to return something in this method or not, but this is the logic. So construct the method that will carry by inspecting and our copy. Nowhere it is saying. So let me check if prototype is giving. There is no method signature line. So I think it is just a void and I'm just closing it. So the very first line of this method is this: public void convert, and first line you are declaring ArrayList. Second line you are processing one loop so that you can process each and every element of all ports array. For every element for every element of all ports array, you are running one loop for the array list. And if in the array list you are finding the same, sorry, I did one mistake here. It is not root name, it is root code, because in question it is given you are looking for root ports. So this is root code. Then this one. I hope it is clear.